Hey everyone, and welcome back. On today's episode, I thought it would be fun to talk about Birds of Prey. No, not that one. This one. Have you guys ever heard of it before? Before there was the movie in 2019 with Margot Robbie, this was their first attempt at giving the Birds of Prey their live-action debut. It premiered in 2002 on the WB. And for those of you who don't know, the WB was this television channel that ran from the 90s all the way to 2006, and it was the precursor to the CW, which we still have now, or I believe it was just relabeled CW now, because, minimalism's cool. This show was a bit more close to the, comics of their roster, because the original Birds of Prey don't have Harley Quinn on their team. This team consists of Oracle, which is Barbara Gordon after she's been paralyzed and becomes encapsulated in the world of computer technology and just security equipment and just her smarts. And it also consists of Black Canary, or the daughter of the original Black Canary. It's kind of weird. And then the character who I'd argue is our main character, Huntress, which this is a strange backstory. She is the daughter of Bruce Wayne and Selina Kyle, or Batman and Catwoman. And in the pilot episode, a lot goes down. We see that Batman flees from Gotham after Catwoman is killed because he just can't deal with it anymore. And then Barbara Gordon is paralyzed, so we see her as Batgirl for a little bit, but it kind of we get a scene that parodies the Killing Joke. And then we flash forward to present day before they all meet up. The show has a really weird roster of low tier villains, but then the main villain is Harley Quinn, so that's interesting. But this portrayal of Harley Quinn is quite odd to me and doesn't really feel like Harley Quinn until towards the end when she actually starts to do stuff, because she's mostly an off-screen threat that kind of sends other threats their way, acting on her behalf. Also, the dynamic between the three main characters is kind of weird. Black Canary kind of sees Huntress as a sister, but she sees Barbara Gordon, or Oracle, as kind of a mother figure. And then Barbara and Huntress have known each other longer, and they're kind of just best friends, but they all live together in this tower. It's just this really unique family dynamic. The show is definitely interesting. I've seen every episode, and I will say there are a few, episodes that are better than others, but overall it definitely is solid and does not deserve the hate that I see it gets everywhere. Oh, and it might also be in the same continuity as Tim Burton's Batman films, because it uses the same suit from previous installments. And in the early teasers, it was kind of marketed that way, as if it was supposed to be Michael Keaton's Batman and Michelle Pfeiffer's Catwoman, and you can see that here, so that's also an interesting nod, I guess. I definitely think the three main women did an amazing job in their roles, and I liked their dynamic. It felt natural. I even liked this guy who played their friend and was a worker at the bar that they frequented. It also had some great work from some notable guest stars such as JP Mano and Lori Loughlin. Now, she did great with what she was given, but the only person that I felt was miscast was ironically recasted from the pilot, and it's Mia Sara. This was just strange to me. She just didn't really feel like Harley. The episodes were shot really nicely. You can definitely tell it's from the 2000s. It's got that flair. Look at the costume designs here. The only thing about the show really that I found was odd was this is in episode 2. First of all, look at this panning shot. They go through all of this just to avoid seeing anything, right? But then here's the panning back up, and it just completely shows everything, making the strategic pan down kind of pointless. But the fact that they were able to get away with this on TV was interesting, I guess. Also, like I said earlier, some of the lower tier villains were kind of not my cup of tea. But all in all, I think this show is quite solid and worth checking out if you're interested in DC Comics, or just DC content, or even just the Burton and Schumacher films. But anyway, what do you guys think of the show? Have you ever heard of it? Have you ever watched it? Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button if you enjoyed the episode, and see you guys next time.